Welcome. I am Mr. Sandeep Dattatreya Kardili, lecturer, Mola Rural Institute of Pharmacy, Soni, and I am giving presentation on Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940, Part 2. First of all, contents of presentation, administration of the Act and rules. Some committees, first advisory committees, in that first one, Drug Technical Advisory Board, that is DTAB. Second, Drugs Consultative Committee, DCC. Then B, Analytical Committees, in that first, Central Drugs Laboratory, in short CDL. Second, Drug Control Laboratory in the states. Third, Government Analyst. C, Executive Committees, in that first, Licensing Authorities. Second, Controlling Authorities. Third, Drug Inspectors. First one, Drug Technical Advisory Board, DTAB. It contains, firstly, ex officio members of DTAB. A. Director General of Health Services, who is the chairman of the board. Second, Drug Controller of India. Third, Director of the Central Drugs Laboratory, Kolkata. Fourth, Director of the Central Research Institute, Kasauli. Fifth, Director of Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Ijatnagar. Sixth, President of Medical Council of India. Seventh, President of the Pharmacy Council of India. Eighth, Director of Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow. Then nominated members of DTAB. In that, first one, two persons by the central government from among persons who are in charge of drug control laboratories in the states. Second, one person nominated by central government from the pharmaceutical industry. Third, two persons holding the appointment of government analyst under this act to be nominated by the central government. Then elected members of DTAB, in that first one person to be elected by the executive committee of the Pharmacy Council of India from among teachers in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or pharmacognosy on the staff of Indian University or a college affiliated. Second, one person to be elected by the executive committee of the Medical Council of India from among teachers in medicine or therapeutics on the staff of an Indian university or a college affiliated. Then functions of DTAB. First one, to advise the central government and the state governments on technical matters arising out of the administration of this act. Second, to carry out the other functions assigned to it by this act, that the nominated and elected members of the board shall hold office for 3 years but shall be eligible for renomination and re-election. Then next committee, that is Drugs Consultative Committee, in short DCC. It is also an advisory body constituted by central government. Constitution of DCC, in that two representatives of the central government and one representative of each state government. And functions of drug control laboratory, to advise the central government, the state governments, and drugs technical advisory board on any other matter tending to secure uniformity throughout India in the administration of this act. The drug consultative committee shall meet when required. It has a power to regulate its own procedure. Then Central Drug Laboratory, that is CDL. It is established in Calcutta under the control of a director appointed by the central government, and functions of Central Drug Laboratory in that first, analysis or test of samples of drugs or cosmetics sent by the custom collectors or courts. Second, analytical quality control of the imported samples. Third, collection, storage, and distribution of internal standards, and preparation of reference standards and their maintenance, and maintenance of microbial cultures, and any other duties entrusted by central government. Lastly, acting as an appellate authority in matter of disputes. Next, government analyst. These officers are appointed by the central or state government and perform the duties. Qualification of government analyst. First, person having qualification for appointment as a government analyst has governmental analysis for allopathic drugs. Second, having a degree in medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha, or Unani system and not less than 3 years postgraduate experience in the analysis of drugs in a laboratory under control of government analyst. Third, a postgraduate degree in medicine or science or pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry of a recognized university or has an equivalent qualification recognized and notified by central government for such purpose. Fourth, associated diploma of the Institution of Chemists in India with analysis of drug and pharmaceuticals as one of the subjects and had not less than 3 years experience in the testing of drug in laboratory under the control of A. A government analyst, B. Head of an institution or testing laboratory approved for testing of drugs, including items stated in Schedule C in Central Drug Laboratory. And duties of government analyst. First, the government analyst shall cause to be analyzed or tested such samples or drugs and cosmetics as may be sent to him by drug inspectors. Second, government analyst shall from time to time forward reports to the government giving the result of analytical work and research with a view to their publication. The next, licensing authority. Firstly, qualification. First, a graduate in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or in medicine with specialization in clinical pharmacology or microbiology from a university established in India by law, and second, experience in the manufacture or testing of drugs, a minimum period of 5 years, provided that the requirement as to the academic qualification shall not apply to those inspectors. Then duties. First, to inspect all establishments licensed for the sale of drugs within the area assigned to him. Second, to satisfy himself that the condition of licenses are being observed. Third, to procure and send for test or analysis, if necessary, imported packages. Fourth, to investigate any complaint which is applied to him. Fifth, to maintain a record of all inspections made and action taken by him in the performance of his duties. Sixth, to make such inquiries and inspections as may be necessary to detect the sale of drugs in contravention to the Act. Procedure on receipt of sample. Firstly, on receipt of a package of a sample from drug inspector, the government analyst compares the seal on the package or on portion of a sample or container with specimen impression of the seal received separately and notes condition of seal on the pack or on the portion of sample or container. Second, on completion of test or analysis, he supplied to the inspector a report of analysis in triplicate together with full protocols of the test applied. If purchaser wants to analyze or test drug or cosmetic, he has to make an application for test or analysis in form accompanied with prescribed fees, and the report of test or analysis of such a drug or cosmetic is to be supplied in form by a government analyst. Drug inspector and his qualifications. A person to be appointed as a drug inspector should have no financial interest in the import, manufacture, or sale of the drugs or cosmetics. Second, drug inspector is a public servant under section 21 of the Indian Penal Code. Third, a person who is appointed an inspector under the Act shall be a person who has a degree in pharmacy or pharmaceutical sciences or medicine with specialization in clinical pharmacology or microbiology from a university established in India by law, provided that only those inspectors first who have not less than 18-month experience in the manufacture of at least one of the substances specified in the Schedule C, or second, who have not less than 18 months experience in testing of at least one of the substances in Schedule C in a laboratory approved for this purpose by the licensing authority, or third, who have gained experiences of not less than 3 years in the inspection of firms manufacturing any of the substances specified in Schedule C during the tenure of their services as drugs inspector shall be authorized to inspect the manufacture of the substances mentioned in Schedule C. Controlling authority. First, all inspectors appointed by the central government shall be under the control of an officer appointed in this behalf by the central government and state government. Second, for the purpose of these rules, an officer appointed by the central government under Sub-Rule 1, or as the case may be, an officer appointed by the state government under Sub-Rule 2 shall be a controlling authority. And powers of drug inspector. In that, first, to inspect any premises wherein any drug or cosmetic is being manufactured. Second, any premises wherein drug or cosmetic is being sold or stocked or exhibited or offered for sale or distributed. B. Take samples of any drug or cosmetics which is being manufactured or being sold or is stocked or exhibited or offered for sale or is being distributed. Second, take samples of any drug or cosmetics from any person who is in the course of conveying, delivering, or preparing to deliver such a drug or cosmetic to a purchaser. Then, search any person in connection with the offense or fault. D. Enter and search at all reasonable times any place or premises in which he has reason to believe that an offense is being committed or has been committed. E. Stop and search any vehicle or other conveyance which he has reason to believe used for carrying any drug or cosmetic in respect of which offense has been or has been committed. F. Give order in writing to the person in possession of drug or cosmetic in respect of which offense has been committed or is being committed not to dispose stock of such drug or cosmetic for a specified period not exceeding 20 days or unless the defect may be removed by the possessor of the drug or cosmetic and may seize the stock of such a drug or cosmetic or any substance or article employed for commission of offense. G. Examine any record, register, document, or any other material object found while exercising our powers and seize, that is, catch or hold, the same if he has reason to believe that it is an evidence of the commission of an offense under the Act. Then, penalty for obstructing inspector. If any person willfully obstruct an inspector in the exercise of the powers conferred upon him or refuse to produce any record, register, or any other document when required, or any document when required, he shall be punishable with imprisonment or jail up to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. Then, duties of drug inspector. The duties of drug inspector are grouped as follows. First, duties in relation to sale of drugs and cosmetics. In that, A. To check at least twice a year all establishments licensed for sale of drugs in the area assigned to him and check whether condition of licenses are observed or not. B. If he thinks necessary, send samples for analysis. C. To investigate any complaint in writing made to him. D. To maintain records relating all inspection in regarding the sale of drugs and actions taken by him and submit copies of such records to the controlling authority. E. To make inquiries and inspections regarding the sale of drugs in contravention of the Act. Second, duties in relation to manufacture of drugs and cosmetics. In that, A. To inspect at least twice a year all premises licensed for manufacture of drugs, including premises specified in Schedule C and C1, and satisfy whether conditions of licenses and provisions of the Act are observed or not. B. To send after each inspection a detailed report of inspection to controlling authority. C. To take samples of drug manufactured on the premises and send them for test or analysis. D. To check all the records and registers required to be maintained under the rules. Lastly, thank you.